In the last video we looked at combining functions. So again, if I had the function f of x, and that was equal to x squared plus 5, and I had the function g of x, and that was equal to 2x squared take 3x, then I can combine these two functions. I might look for the function g of f of x, or written as g of f of x. And so that means I take the function g, which is 2x squared, but instead of having x there now, I have the entire function f replacing that x. So that would be x squared plus 5 all squared, take 3 x squared plus 5. Multiplying this out, and it is a little bit big. Let's multiply this part first. That would be 2x squared plus 5 x squared plus 5. So multiplying it out, or expanding it, so I'm multiplying two sets of brackets. So we do the first by the first by the second, and so forth. So we get 2 times x squared is x to the power of 4. X squared times 5 is plus 5x squared. 5 times x squared is plus 5x squared. And 5 times 5 is 25. Multiplying this part out, it's minus 3x squared, take 15. Make sure we have the bracket there, because this is still 2 times that whole part there. So 2 times x to the 4 plus, well, 5x squared plus 5x squared is 10x squared, times 2 is 20x squared, and 2 times 25 is plus 50. Take 3x squared, take 15, and then collecting all the terms, 2 to the x to the power of 4, plus 20x squared, take 3x becomes plus 17x squared, and 50 take 15 becomes plus 35. So it is a combined function now. But what does this actually mean? Well, if we think about it in terms of our input-output machine that we had before, what you're saying is that you are inputting some values into this function f of x to get some output. So we're inputting and we're going to get an output. Well, that output that we get is also going to be the input now for our function g of x, of which we're now going to get a particular output. So you put values in for the function f of x, because that is the one that we have substituted into the function g of x. And then whatever those values will be will actually affect what the answer or the output for the function g of x would be. And so this has a bit of a implication in terms of domain and range. The domain of f of x, this would be the range of it. So this is your domain. And so this would be the range. Well, the range of f of x therefore becomes the domain of g of x, which now will have an altered domain, dependent on what happens with the range. Sometimes it won't, but sometimes it will, because there might be values that do not work for f of x. In this case, though, all values will be real, both domain and range for both functions.